It's almost like the Gatesville Hornets are just selling out to stop everything, and they're trying to collapse almost the entire team against the Godley Wildcats. And Vanya Martinez almost had a strip away from Godley. Had the ball for a split second, but the Godley Wildcats take control of it pretty quick there. And that ball just got outkicked by everybody as number 13 of the Wildcats there was trying to run that. No, that was Aaron Long. That's their lead. That's the star of the Godley Wildcats.
So you're saying she's a scoring machine?
Yeah, she's
20 goals in a season is quite a sustainable, suitable, awesome job for a soccer player. Yeah, freshman to boot. My goodness, what's she going to do by the time she's a senior?
Well, she's not using boots. I believe she's using some cleats down
there.
Well,
in England they do call them boots.
Oh, they do?
Yes, they do.
I haven't been to England in a fortnight. All right, that's going to be a ball. That's going to be off the chest of MJ Martinez now. We've got two sisters for the Gatesville Hornets playing side by side here. That's going to be Cheyenne Guyton.
Oh, my goodness.
Getting some contact. Did you see that Godley Wildcat go flying as Guyton was dribbling, and this is going to be out on Gatesville.
It's a little risky by Gatesville to try kicking the ball on the ground with a offensive attacker coming straight at you. One slip up and that could be costly.
Yeah, it could just be mano a mano against the goalie there.
No, it's great, man. I would love to see, if you got somebody coming like that in your face, pick up the ball because they have to back off of you once you pick it up. But if you're keeping it on the ground and playing foot tag with it, they can keep coming and charging you.
And I tell you what, but you're talking about charging the ball. The goaltender has to make that decision at a split of just a tenth of a second, because there's any hesitation that could leave an empty net.
No, there is no Bueller mentality thinking there. Bueller. No.
By then, two balls can be scored here. Once again, now that's Long, able to save it for the Wildcats here. And nope.
They're going to call that.
Yep, they're going to hit the back line there. Miss Ortiz here she's the Gatesville Hornet goal leader. Talented at not only scoring goals, but dribbling as well.
And got a powerful foot to boot.
You love seeing that.
No pun intended.
To boot. This would be Allie Penrod. We don't typically see her at this end of the field very much, as she's usually their defensive specialist.
Well, I feel like the Gatesville coach has changed up their play just a little bit. He is putting pressure on. Typically, they're a defending team, but it looks like he's trying to go on the attack against the Wildcat team.
And so far, I think that's a smart strategy. You can't play zone or kind of 2 or 3 foot off the ball and escort, so to speak, these Wildcats all the way down and just put a body on there. And you got to actually attack it, go for the ball, actually make continuous efforts trying to steal that ball to keep the Wildcats honest. Otherwise, they have shown through game and game that they can score at a moment's notice. We got dribbling now here, number 15. That's going to be Morgan Cummins. She's a senior. So far, 1 shot on goal is all we have for this game.
Oh, there's a good lift. They got behind the defense. Gatesville's goalkeeper comes out. I like that. She picks it up this time. I think that's a stronger defensive strategy there. Now she's going to get to... Oh, wind caught that one. It's coming right up here to the press box. I think we can get that.
I tell you, we have had nothing but windy conditions all week in the Central Texas area.
I wanted that ball to come to me. I think I could kick it as good once as I ever did.
What do you think would happen if one of the fans tried to keep it as a souvenir?
Security.
Yeah.
All right. Wildcats trying to put the pressure on the Hornet defense, but with as many... Oh, there we go. Penrod take back over.
Got Nielsen out there. Looked like she had that idea. But number 14, that's Casey Capps. She's a junior. She had different plans, and she was able to pry that ball loose from the grasp of Penrod there. Penrod looked like she saw Nielsen there kind of in a favorable position. Was trying to pass her. If she had a couple more steps, looked like she would have been able to get that ball to her. And there was a lot of grass ahead of Nielsen on that play there.
I think they got turf out there.
Or turf.
Yeah. So artificial.
I still saw a guy watering it out there. That was weird.
Yeah, they do that from time to time. he doesn't understand why he doesn't get results, but you know, he's still doing it.
Morgan Cummings there was.
Oh, there's pressure.
Almost a shot on the goal, just a little bit wide right, but I mean, it looked like Godley had a good shot, good look on that particular kick. Gatesville wants to limit that. They don't want that ball going past the 15-yard line. The kind of, when you start getting there, it's the danger zone. Puts a lot of pressure on Anna McPherson back there. And I tell you right now, these goalies have a lot of goal to cover.
Oh, they tried a low pass kick
that's
there.
That's going to be a shot on goal.
And she blocks it to the side and dives on it and saves it from going out of bounds. So that was a heck of a save by the Gatesville goalkeeper. She blocked it off. She blocked it off on the initial save, but I think it was a kind of a preservation save too, because that ball was flying at her pretty hard and fast.
Well, McPherson's had some games where she's been asked to have about 17, 18 saves before in a first half.
Well, so far with the first 11 minutes under our belt here, I believe the loneliest player on the field is the Godley goalkeeper.
Yeah, she's feeling left out in this contest. And I tell you right now, the Gatesville Hornets want to get her involved as often and as many times as they can. It looks like we got Nielsen here. Nyla Hendricks is wide open, but Nielsen was being double teamed by Godley. And this ball is going to be out on Gatesville. And I think we're going to have number 14, and that's going to be Casey Capps singing it in for the Wildcats.
Oh, that is out of bounds. That's going to be a Wildcat throw in.
It's in there.
Well, I tell you what, that's strictly a fundamental throw-in. That, oh my goodness, nice headshot, way wide right, but that was powerful.
That was a nice pass to Riley Graves.
Okay, no more popcorn for my co-host. He's dropping everything in the booth right now.
That's too much butter.
All right, the Wildcats totally putting a lot of pressure on the Gatesville defense right now. But the Gatesville defense is still doing everything they can to stay forward. I think they're doing that in the attempts that if anything Wild does get past them, they're trying to put the Wildcats in an offside situation.
So far, 4 shots on goal, but the last 2 goals that we've been seeing from the Godley Wildcats have been far out. They've gotten good looks on the goal. A couple of them went wide left, wide right. And that benefits the Gatesville Hornets, but it's only a matter of time. If Godley keeps getting these opportunities, that ball is going to find the back of that net. Gatesville's got to do what they can to get this ball out of their zone.
And right now,
be trouble right here.
Uh-oh. Man, I tell you what, there was... that ball, if they would have had a outside wing on the far side from the Wildcats pulling in, that's always dangerous on the backside for a goalkeeper, especially if the the defensive players are as far forward as they are.
Guess who was sprinting out there trying to get a angle on that ball? That was Aaron Long. There's Ortiz now, desperately trying to get it to her teammate here. She's got MJ Martinez farthest out, and just like that, the Wildcats get control of it almost immediately. There's Vanya Martinez. She takes the ball and then fully bodies a Wildcat. Martinez now getting early contact with Godley so far. Right now, both teams are not scared to get physical. It's clean physicality, and that's what we want. Gatesville Hornets defense has been fairly effective, but one thing that they're lacking is being able to
clear the ball out.
Yeah, clear the ball out when they being able to pass to one another. They're not getting the right, like we talked about, they're not getting the right type of touch passes to each other, and it's winding up in the clutches of the Godley Wildcats.
So the Wildcats are fixing to take a penalty shot right now. And this should be an indirect kick. Oh, they're charging the goal. Oh, and the Wildcat striker had an opportunity there, but that ball went high. That was that was Aaron, the freshman, that took the shot on the goal right there.
Well, that's who you want to give it to, because she's the lead scorer.
Home.
Nyla Hendricks now trying to dribble in between two defenders. MJ Martinez passes it to Ortiz. Ortiz able to handle it. She's looking for one of her wings out there, but she passes it back now. I mean, my goodness. Had a Wildcat right in her face, and just like that, we got a lot of aggressive defense by the Wildcats, proven to be effective. MJ Martinez now looks in to pass it to back to, here's Vanya Martinez. Trying to get it to Ortiz desperately, but I mean, they have Wildcats clawing all on their backs.
I'll tell you what, the Wildcats just seem to be everywhere that the ball is right now.
Yeah, and then they're harassing anybody from Gatesville that's got the ball. You see a nice little slide tackle that you saw there by the Godley Wildcats. Ortiz now stops on a dime. Tried to pass it to her teammate Vanya Martinez, but looked like it was off the foot of a Wildcat, so Gatesville will still maintain possession. And this is the furthest that Gatesville's had it on this side of the field for a while now. Pretty much the entire game has been on the Gatesville zone. Oh, and just like that, just as it crosses midfield, it gets kicked right back. Good hustle by the Gatesville Hornets and Godley.
Oh, and that ball gets away from them. And that is a good opportunity for the Hornets, as it's going to be a goal kick right now. And who are they getting to take the goal kick there? I can't see.
That's going to be, looks like a Himmelsoit for Gatesville, number 18. That'll be Lisa Himmelsoit.
MJ trying to sneak around the backside there and see if she could swipe the ball. And unfortunately for her, unfortunate for the Wildcats, they were able to pass it away before she snuck around there.
Now, trying to play aggressive here. Another thing that Godley has, they have size and they have speed. They're looking to inch every closer now.
Oh, just a little too deep for that crossing pass. And that's going to be another goal kick there. So Gatesville is, looks like number 18 is going to be taking the goal kick.
Oh. Ortiz had a nice little, almost a kick to the stomach of a Godley Wildcat, incidental. My goodness, there's going to be that's going to be just wide left. Let me see if we can get a number on that for the, is that a number 3? My eyes are deceiving me at this age. Is that number 3? Yep, that was number 3. It's going to be Riley Graves taking the shot. They're going to clear this out now. That's going to be your first goal for the Wildcats for Godley. Get you the number on who scored that, but that would be a Godley score. Ortiz looking for Vanya Martinez. It's going to be kicked out unless a Wildcat can get to it, and I don't see how in the world that Wildcat had the hustle, but good job for her. That was number 13. Ortiz now all alone. MJ Martinez trying to out-hustle. And that was going to be number 15. And that was Morgan Cummins. I mean, my goodness, Morgan Cummins had a quarter-mile stride against lonely freshman MJ Martinez going for the ball. Wildcats now threatening again on the Gatesville zone. Ooh, Allie Penrod gets bodied, but she stands her ground. And as a Wildcat just bounces right off of her. And this will be out on Godley. So Gatesville's going to retain this ball, and Gatesville trying everything they can to get this ball out of the zone, cross midfield. Ball hasn't spent a whole lot of time in this game. So far, the game, 1-0. Number 14 throwing it in. Nyla Hendricks was trying to head it. And that's going to be out on Nielsen of Gatesville. So Godley will still remain control in here. You got number 14, Casey Caps. Nope, they changed it up. It's going to be, looks like number 12, Griffin Gill. Going to send it in.
Five seconds of fame.
And that right there is going to be a shot on goal by number 13, Erin Long. She's already got a goal so far this evening. And again, Wildcats still threatening. Gatesville's got the ball now. They send a defender immediately, and just like that, Wildcats remain possession with the ball. Good job by Gatesville trying to do everything they can to give McPherson some help back there. Ortiz now dribbling the ball, trying to pass out of danger zone, trying to work some magic here, dribbling. Got Vanya Martinez on the outside. Does a pass right back to Ortiz, and now we got something cooking here. There's Nielsen. Nielsen passes it back, and now Godley finds a way to get it. And McPherson's going to find a way to secure that ball. Not quite a shot on goal. And she's going to get her defense and get her teammates reset here. And definitely want to kick that in the air out of harm's way here. That's off the head of Ortiz. Godley now weaving and braiding through the Gatesville defense, and they got a shot scoring opportunity here. Oh my goodness, good job by Gatesville, and that's going to be Allie Penrod and Cheyenne Geiken playing some heroic defense down there for Gatesville. Cheyenne Geiken leading off, spearheading the defense there for Gatesville. not allowing that ball to have an opportunity for a shot on goal where McPherson would have to do some work. Good job of complementary defense to help out their goaltender. And McPherson's been doing a great job this evening so far for the Gatesville Hornets. Unfortunately, the Godley goalkeeper has had no action, and I'm sure she's not complaining about that one bit. And that's going to be off the foot of number 12. That was Griffin Gill. She was trying to kick it toward the net, just sliced on her. Looked like my golf shot there for a split second. Okay, so now looking to pass it to Nyla Hendricks. Hendricks now dribbling it for a split second here. And just like that, now Wildcats got ball back in dangerous territory. They look to reset here. Nielsen for Gatesville applying defense on Godley. Ortiz now is able, she looks to clear this out of the zone here. And man, I mean, we had two bodies running the opposite direction. Kind of a scary moment there as number 10 for Godley was about to collide with number 10. That was Kaylee Fabelia. Was almost ready to collide with Ortiz, and that's a shot on goal. Right there, great save by Anna McPherson. And Lee, she's done that from time and time again this whole season. Anna McPherson's done a phenomenal job back there at the back of the net.
Well, one of the things I think even the Godley coach had mentioned, and we're seeing it here for the Gatesville Hornets, is volleyball players make good goalkeepers.
Yeah, they got the size, and she's used to swatting at that volleyball, spiking it.
Well, their focus on watching the movement of the ball and judging the distance, I believe, really aids them a lot in what they do.
All right, that's going to be out on Gatesville. And as we've seen time and time again, Golly doing a fantastic job on offense right here in the Gatesville side of the field. And that's going to be a shot on, looks like, I'm trying to see from here if that was a shot on goal. That was, and it looks like it's going to be out on Gatesville. So is that going to, looks like it's going to be.
Looks like the Wildcats are going to get a corner kick there, and that is going to be number 7 taking the corner kick for the Wildcats.
That's Sophia Hodges. She gets it in. It's a dangerous situation now. That was good. My goodness. That was off the head of number 3. Riley Graves tried to get a header in there, and off that corner kick, right off the foot of Hodges and on the head of Graves. And Gatesville lucky to get this ball back in their possession, and they have just not been able to clear this zone. Credit to the offensive execution by the Godley Wildcats. MJ Martinez applying defense now. Real quick pass in. McPherson charges it, and she gets the ball for her teammates. Good job, because I'm telling you right now, it looked like she had number 9, and that's going to be Eden Kelly. Number 9, full sprint to her, trying to grab that ball and get that ball in the back of the net. McPherson did a great job of showing no hesitation, going and steering that ball. And here comes Golly once again, as effective as they have been, showing their ball movement skills, passing skills. So far, Golly more superior than Gatesville when it comes to passing and organizing offensive strikes. Got Vanya Martinez now passing it in. Ortiz and Nielsen. Oh, another good save, a stretching save as McPherson goes linear on that play and keeps the ball from going out of the net once again. Now Ortiz makes the kick. Trinity Barrow tried to get her leg up on that ball as it goes out on Gatesville. Penrod just tries to clear it out. Oh, goodness. Ortiz just pickpockets. Number 7, Sophia Hodges on that play. That was, again, Ortiz creating that turnover. Good job by her. But unfortunately, they're unable to clear for the Gatesville Hornets. And here comes Godley right back at it. And their extreme, well-oiled offensive machine here. I mean, my goodness, these girls are able to stop on a dime. And, oh, Fania Martinez now. She takes the ball away. And she kicks it, trying to clear it. Oh, she just barely missed her player here. And the ball is now on the Godley side. And that was Vanya Martinez that started that turnover to clear the zone for Gatesville. Great job by the Gatesville defense. That's out on Godley. Vanya Martinez now gets directions from her teammates. Penrod assists Martinez now, telling her, hey, you can pass it in a little bit further than that. This is the furthest Gatesville's been all game long. Ortiz playing aggressive. And just as effective as Godley's offense is, their defense is even more effective. They have great depth defensively. They make their opponents earn every score, and they don't get scored on a lot. Again, the last two games, they had an 18-point differential, which is pretty impressive. It means that they score a lot, and their opponents don't score anything on them. Gatesville looking to change that. Got Martinez down here. And Gatesville's going to get called, look like, for a little too much contact, and that ends that. I mean, that was a great, that was a best look the Gatesville offense has looked all game. Got 8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in this first half of the bi-district matchup of Godley versus Gatesville. Right now, we've got Audrey Blanco here trying to keep up with Godley. That was number 12.
Oh, and there's a shot on goal. It's loose.
That's a dangerous deal when you have your goalie down there stopping a ball on a shot on goal, and then she's just completely on the ground. Temporarily empty net for Gatesville. Luckily, that ball didn't find the back of the net there. Trying to get the number of that Godley offensive player that did the shot on goal. Ortiz being completely harassed, having to fight off a defender with one arm. And it looks like they're getting called for a little too much contact in there. So Gatesville's going to get to reset, get possession of it here, get Ortiz with a running start. Ortiz slams on the brakes. 2 defenders fly by. Penrod now clears it out of the Gatesville zone. That's going to be Vanya Martinez keeping that ball. We're trying to keep that ball down there in the Godley part of the field. And that ball's going to be out on Godley. Gatesville looks to bring it in. And once we get going and everything's situated, Vanya Martinez is going to be the one that's going to throw the ball in. Does a kind of a pump fake there and gives it to Penrod, and that's going to, and Vanya Martinez doing a great job of trying to keep it out of bounds, and that's going to be possession for Godley now. Godley gets it in off the foot of Martinez here. Gatesville in control of it so far. Gatesville temporarily clears out a danger zone. MJ Martinez being sandwiched in between two Godley Wildcats. And a kick blocked by Cheyenne Geiken there, and that's going to be, looks like that's going to be out on a Gatesville defender.
See how I'm adjusting it?
Yes.
Now Gatesville's pulling a big swap right here. They're substituting 3 players. And it looks like Vanya and I can't make out the other
Audrey
two.
Blanco and Nielsen.
What do you think her rating is?
Who's that?
Nielsen.
8 out of 10?
That'd be a good Nielsen rating.
Yeah, she's their second score leader for Gatesville. Ortiz is number 1. Nielsen's number 2. There was a game.
Wow, that was a heck of a stop right there in the corner, and chopping a pass towards the goal was long. And unfortunately, she couldn't cut it back hard enough. It did go wide of the goal, but, I mean, that was some good hustle.
Well, she's got a goal on tonight, and she is their goal leader. She averages just a little over 1 goal a game. I think she's at like 1.7. I don't know how oh, that's a shot in the goal, and that's going to be a shot.
That is her right there. No. Hit it. Now. No.
Long.
And there you go. No.
And time's going to pause here as they get everything situated.
4x4 by you. In Texas, we don't just drive trucks, we drive legends. And the time to buy one is Ford Truck Month. Get a stampede of savings on Ford F-150. Built Ford tough, like the folks here who drive them. Be legendary.
Hurry in to the final days of Ford Truck Month to get 2.9% APR for 72 months on F-150. Only at your best in Texas Ford dealer.
All right, we are back just in time for kickoff there.
And Gatesville goes to the outside with Vanya Martinez, and she's immediately harassed by 2 Wildcats, and Godley gets the ball back. And I mean, my goodness, Godley showing off the speed. That was going to be number 4, Stephanie Favola. As she is, man, she was just looked like she was running a 200-meter dash down there with the ball. And this was a shot, not on goal, but went way over the head of McPherson here. But that was number 3, Riley Graves, showing off her long-distance kicking abilities. Right now, for tonight's matchup, weather's perfect. I mean, it is just breezy, not too hot, not too cold. Oh, I mean, my goodness. That was number 19, Emily Webb, who was immediately defended. But it looks like it was number 13, Erin Long, once again. And she was applying defense, and I'm telling you right now, these Godley Wildcats, give them credit. They're showing up offensively and defensively, as they have pretty much controlled this game. It's 2-0, but it feels like it should even be more than that. But if it wasn't for the great stops of Anna McPherson, of the Gatesville Hornets goalkeeper.
Well, if you look at the keys to the game for the Gatesville Hornets, you'll see that the defensive play is one of the things that the coach wanted to focus on. heavily for the Hornets, and they are having to truly step up with that tonight because Godley's offensive attack has been a little bit relentless on them.
It's been fast, and it's been effective. I mean, Godley's got a lot of speed, and they got size, Lee. I mean, they're bodying these Gatesville Hornets. And I mean, every one of their players look like they could be a track star. This is going to be number 19, Gracelyn McMullen, kicking it back over on the Gatesville side for Godley. I bet you the soccer team never has dirty uniforms. Just, you know, talking about the Godley Wildcats, because I think they've always said cleanliness is next to godliness.
That could be a fact.
All right, Penrod now kicks it out. MJ Martinez immediately bodied up by number 18 of Godley. And once again, every one of their girls just about could seem like they could strike from any distance there. That was Emily Webb. Oh my goodness, that was off the thigh of Cheyenne Geiken, and that's going to be Godley ball. As that hit about 3 Gatesville defenders before it even getting out of bounds.
Big throw in by Godley.
Just 17 seconds.
Yeah, I think you have to forgive Jacob. He's trying to spectate the sport and commentate as much as possible. You forgot to hit the start on the clock there. So the first period has run out, but not before the penalty. And this is going to be a direct kick on the goal. Number.
Let me see what number that is. I can't see. She's. Look like that was number 5 who actually made it in, Lexi Tyler.
And that right at halftime is going to give the Godley Wildcats a 3-0 lead here in our by-district matchup with the Gatesville Hornets and the Godley Wildcats.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me get this going
here. This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
And Sons, serving Gatesville and surrounding communities since 1962. Need used auto parts? We have motors, transmissions, lights, mirrors, and wheels. All parts carry a 90-day warranty. We are Gatesville's only local glass shop. We provide glass replacements and chip repairs. Insurance claims welcome, so give us a call at 254-865-6269 for an appointment or questions about inventory. Quinton and Sons, we are Hornet proud.
David Venture.
Our staff is highly trained to help our customers with the collision claims processing with all insurance companies. Our collision repair techs are fully skilled to make necessary repairs to get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. And with our newly added paint boot match paint system, we can get your car or truck back on the road. So give us a call at 254-865-6338.
Coryell Welder Supply, locally owned and operated by Danny Scruggs, is your local one-stop shop for all your welding and metal fabricating needs. Located at 412 East Main Street in Gatesville, Coryell Welder Supply can provide you with welding gas, bottle rentals, welding rods, new welding machines and repairs, and much, much more. Give them a call at 254-865-5605 or drop by. You'll be glad you did.
First National Bank has been your hometown community bank, serving you with the best in financial services. From checking, savings, home, auto, and personal loans, First National Bank does it all with the integrity of a true community bank, taking great pride in having served our community and the surrounding areas since 1912. Come see why Coryell County trusts our award-winning service with their financial well-being and security. First National Bank, always putting you first.
Higginbotham Brothers, serving communities for over 140 years. At Higginbotham's, we have always been committed to our local community. Shop our store for our full line of building supplies, choose from our top brands like all our steel products. Check out our full line of Valspar paints. We are your hunting and fishing headquarters, so come in for your hunting and fishing license. Higginbotham's proudly supports Gatesville Athletics. Go Hornets!
You rely on your computer for everything you do, be it running a business or doing simple things like staying up with your social media loops. But what do you do if it suddenly gets slow or stops working? That's when you need to call Blazin Technology. We are the top-rated computer repair service in Central Texas, offering computer repair, virus removal, IT support services, and networking. Blazin Technology offers in-home and business IT support, or you can drop by our office at 502 East Main Street in Gatesville. Call Blazin Technology at 254-865-5227 today to keep your system running smoothly.
In Texas, we don't just drive trucks, we drive legends. And the time to buy one is Ford Truck Month. Get a stampede of savings on Ford F-150. Built Ford tough, like the folks here who drive them. Be legendary.
Hurry in to the final days of Ford Truck Month to get 2.9% APR for 72 months on F-150. Only at your best in Texas Ford dealer.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
All right, we are back on NFHS Network with your by-district playoff game against the Godley Wildcats versus the Gatesville Hornets. Gatesville Hornets is the number 4 seed coming out of their district, and Godley
was number 1. They
number 1 in their district.
Champs.
Yeah.
Godley actually one of the higher seeding in the region, and again, how I like to do it is look at opponents that each team has faced this year, and that so far those 2 teams have been Brownwood and Stephenville, and Brownwood blanked the Gatesville Hornets, but yet the Godley Wildcats were able to take control of both of those games. So that just tells you how good this Wildcat offense and defense is. Last 2 games, 18-point differential. I keep saying that because they're scoring on their opponents and they're not being scored on. So far, this game has been all Godley. It's 3-0 here. We got some stats for you. Scored 3-0, 2 goals scored within the field of play.
And then, just like that, the second half is underway.
And 1 corner kick by the Wildcats. Fouls, no fouls here. 13 saves by the Gatesville Hornets. None for the Godley Cougars, or excuse me, Wildcats. And got some feet entanglement, some contact down here. And Gatesville, it's going to be too much contact on Godley.
Did you say ungodly contact?
Ungodly. It sounds like that, right? That was ungodly contact.
We want to clarify that for the viewers at home.
Yeah.
And for those tuned in, we apologize if there was any kind of droppage. The internet was acting crazy out here today. I think that at the point in time, because we are a little bit out in the boondocks here, whenever school lets out, I think there's a massive rush on the internet service, and it probably bogged down, but everything appears to be streaming at full speed ahead right now.
I'll tell you what, talking about full speed ahead, that's this Godley Wildcat offense. They are full speed ahead, and they're not letting up. They're going to continue to look to add the 3-0 lead that they have over the Gatesville Hornets in this bi-district matchup.
But you know what? I'm watching the Hornets play, and I've seen a lot of play by them throughout the season, and this is a totally different game schematic than what they typically play, and I think they purposely did this to try to take on this number 1 seeded team and keep them off balance.
Credit to Coach Campbell, like you said, on defense. The Gatesville fans are more accustomed to seeing Gatesville play a little bit further off the ball on defense, but today that's not been the case. They've actually been trying to attack the ball. Just Godley's a lot faster and super accurate.
Just saw it right there, man. That wing, there was a great pass that was made by Ortiz, but the Wildcat wing come flying in from the outside and cut that ball off before it was received by Gatesville. And like you said, they're fast, and that's what we've been seeing the entire game.
I mean, they got speed, they've got size. It looks like every one of their players look like they could be a quarter miler on the track team. That's MJ Martinez now. Looks like she was trying to get that ball to number 17, Carrie Dudick. And now there's another possible scoring opportunity.
Oh my goodness, that should be.
That was.
There was no whistle there. Interesting. I guess they call that a.
I mean that was an incident. That was definitely by definition tripping, but nonetheless no score.
I think they call it an unintentional collision out there, but that was a harsh collision nonetheless.
Yeah. Doesn't change the fact that it still hurts.
I'm still feeling it.
All right, that's number 15 now. Doing some dribbling there that's Morgan Cummins for Godley.
And then
couple goals for Aaron Long for the Godley Wildcats. No surprise there. She's the top scorer, lead scorer, who's only a freshman. Very impressive for the Godley Wildcats. Here we go now. Gatesville trying to compress their defense onto the ball off the head of Vanya Martinez here. And she tries to clear it out of the zone. Does so. Looks like she's looking for Nielsen. Nielsen, oh! Nielsen does a pretty good job of, oh my God. I tell you what, when I see a head and a foot coming this way, Vanya Martinez now battling
Sounds
Godley.
like they got you off balance there a little bit, David.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacob, sorry.
Well, David is my middle name. I go all biblical.
Oh. I promise you that was no godly pun, right? All right. Yeah, here is a penalty kick for the Wildcats.
That's number 15, Morgan.
That ball scooted all the way through somehow. Oh, and it gets loose from the Gatesville goalkeeper.
Oh, kudos to oh my gosh.
Okay, we're going to break for a second here.
In Texas, we don't just drive trucks, we drive legends. And the time to buy one is Ford Truck Month. Get a stampede of savings on Ford F-150. Built Ford tough, like the folks here who drive them. Be legendary.
Hurry in to the final days of Ford Truck Month to get 2.9% APR for 72 months on F-150. Only at your best in Texas Ford dealer.
All right, we are back from our commercial break there, and unfortunately they're having to do a little bit of sorting out on the field. Things got a little bit extracurricular, and
well, no doubt.
Unfortunately, that kind of stuff can happen whenever you're in the playoffs because things are intense.
A little more tense, a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
Refs just trying to sort out. No doubt we're definitely going to have a red card. Question is who's it going to go against? Things got real physical and real ugly down there real fast.
And they're trying to get that all sorted out.
I know if on the Gatesville side, it was Andrea Ortiz, looked like she was playing aggressive defense, and then she wound up on the ground, and it looked like a
There was a
wildcat.
collision, tripping and stuff, and folks got excited, and things went crazy, so the red shirts are trying to figure it out down there. Coaches are discussing it. We're trying to find a way. Let's talk about this. How about this? We did get a little bit of info, just background from the Godley coach, just talking about the accolades of their season. And one of the standouts that she wanted to talk about was number 10, Kaylee Fabella. Is always a steady player in the back and consistent and calm on the ball. She's got number 5, Lexi Tyler, always comes up huge for them, especially she has the ability to put the ball right in play where it needs to be, and they've scored a lot off of corner kicks with her accolades of play. At the beginning of the season, they were in need of a goalkeeper. Their starting goalkeeper, who is playing tonight, also plays basketball, and she was out because they had a good run in the playoffs, and she knew she wouldn't see her for a while, so she went and talked to one of the volleyball players who's never even seen a volleyball game, okay? Never seen a volleyball game, and which is Kyla Williams. And she was there. She says this is exactly how she says it. This is coming from Godley. This was their savior. And she said that at the beginning of the game, she showed up in a big way for this team, having never watched a game, or when we threw her in the goal right away in Wimberley tournament, and she made some huge saves to help them walk away with the first place win in the tournament. How about that?
Yeah, that's those that are watching, we haven't gotten to see Kyla Williams a lot. Looks like there's going to be 2 players getting a red card. I think Ortiz was just announced that she's getting a red card. I think I'm looking to see on the Godley side, that'll be Ortiz getting the red card for Gatesville.
So it's going to be, man, and we didn't even get 5 full minutes into play into the second half here before things got a little bit crazy. So both teams are off the field right now. The officials are still trying to sort out.
So far, it looks like number 4 for Godley, that's Stephanie Favela. We were talking about bragging about her. It looks like she's going to be sat down with the red card, if I'm not mistaken, or I'm trying to see their numbers here. Again, they're trying to sort to make sure if there's any other swings thrown or anything like that, or unnecessary shoving or whatever, and it was a mess and chaotic. So the
I saw the coaches. They went down immediately and tried to put a stop to it, because I think whenever things get crazy like that, that's whenever teams really show their camaraderie.
You're right, and hey, let me tell you what. Both teams, their teammates came to the defense of one another's, particularly on the Gatesville side. So credit to them. But
I think a majority of them were trying to get in there and get everything separated, because, I mean, after all, hey, we're here to play soccer.
Where this does sting a little, though, is for the team that comes out victorious in today's matchup, whoever gets red carded will not be able to practice or play the following week. So that could be a big blow going forward for the victorious team.
And like we said earlier, the winner of this matchup will advance to the area round, which is scheduled to be played on Tuesday. And the winner will advance to either play Castleberry or Western Hill.
And right now, it definitely looks like Godley's got a really good shot of making that happen. We've got, when play resumes, we've got 35 minutes left to go in the rest of the game. And again, like my co-host Lee said, is we weren't even make 5 minutes into the game, and things got just a little heated. A lot of emotion. Both teams wanting to win. Both teams have a lot at stake. Both teams deserving to be here.
Well, I think the emotions run high for both teams in different ways. It runs high for the Godley team because they're the higher seeded team. The expectations are higher on them to maintain where they are, and the expectations are to automatic. You kind of have a feeling of automatic advancement, but you have a team like Gatesville comes in. Gatesville coming in the number 4 seed from their district. Nonetheless, kind of like the underdog. So expectations are higher on them. I'm sure they have self-high expectations on what they're going to be doing and how they're going to handle it. So each team in its own right have, I think, self-imposed pressure that they put on themselves in the first round of the playoffs for this bi-district.
That was well said, Lee. And again, still trying to sort this out. We've got athletic directors on both sides coming down and making sure.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back after these words from our sponsors and see if we can get this game back underway.
and Sons, serving Gatesville and surrounding communities since 1962. Need used auto parts? We have motors, transmissions, lights, mirrors, and wheels. All parts carry a 90-day warranty. We are Gatesville's only local glass shop. We provide glass replacements and chip repairs. Insurance claims welcome, so give us a call at 254-865-6269 for an appointment or questions about inventory. Quinton and Sons, we are Hornet proud.
Hyundai Adventure.
Our staff is highly trained to help our customers with the collision claims processing with all insurance companies. Our collision repair techs are fully skilled to make necessary repairs to get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. And with our newly added paint booth and color match paint system, we can get your car or truck back on the road. So give us a call at 254-865-6338.
Coriel Welder Supply, locally owned and operated by Danny Scruggs, is your local one-stop shop for all your welding and metal fabricating needs. Located at 412 East Main Street in Gatesville, Coriel Welder Supply can provide you with welding gas, bottle rentals, welding rods, new welding machines and repairs, and much, much more. Give them a call at 254-865-5605 or drop by. You'll be glad you did.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
All right, Jacob, we are back from our sponsored break there, and both coaches have gone back to their respective sides, and the officials look like they are getting set on the field. I expect that we'll see the athletes taking back to the field here shortly. I can only imagine that both coaches, after meeting with the officials, have gone back to their teams and said, hey, you know what? We need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. We're here to play a soccer game. This is a championship game for the by district. This is the next level. So we need to take ourselves to the next level and be those next level players.
Now, look like there's going to be two girls from Gatesville, Andrea Ortiz and Audrey Blanco, that aren't going to be eligible to come back in the matchup. And I believe it's one girl I've seen from Godley. I'm still trying to see how many players. So far, for sure, they've got one. And that is going to be number 4, as we talked about. And I think she might be the only one. But we're getting closer and closer to getting this thing kicked back off. Again, both girls being escorted away from their teams. So it looks like there's going to be 1 for Godley, 2 for Gatesville.
You know, I wished we could have had the officials mic'd up. Well, maybe not. That might not be a good thing.
I've
but
said that to David.
I wished we could have had them mic'd up, just to hear what the, how they broke this down and the choice selection on what happened. Because, I mean, that happened quickly. And you kind of just hope for a clean soccer game, but like you said, this is an emotionally charged game. When you get further and further in, this is just the first rounds by district, but there's still a lot of tension because it's one and done. You lose, you go home, you win, you move on. It's as simple as that. Just a little bit of emotion carried on the field. Again, both looks like we are going to start now. And we're ready to play some soccer. As looked like that was McPherson here. McPherson still in the game for Gatesville. And she's
been doing the work back there at the net, and she's been tested as she's had 16 balls coming at her and was able to stop 13 of them. Here we go now. Ball in danger zone for Gatesville. Gatesville looking to get it out. And that was number 17, Carrie Dudek there. Stealing the ball away from Godley.
Little fun fact for the Gatesville Hornets on Carrie Dudek. She is not only a great soccer player for the Hornets, she's also been the Gatesville Hornet mascot for the past 4 years and is a 4-time All-American mascot.
That's kudos to her, but Lee, don't unmask her that way. We're not supposed to know who the mascot, or they're not supposed to know, excuse me, the Gatesville is not supposed to know who the mascot is.
Hey, she's fixing to graduate. You got to give that girl kudos.
But you just said something. How many times? 5-time was it 4-time?
4-time All-American. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been 5 unless she was held back, right? Kudos to her. You know, a lot of these players, like we talked about Godley. Godley's got a lot of basketball players, volleyball players, dual sport athletes. The dual sport student athlete. It's an impressive task. I mean, it's to excel at multiple sports and as well in the classroom. Hats off to these young ladies on both sides. And right now, ball staying in the Gatesville zone. Godley, once again, as they have been all game long in control of the soccer ball. Passes are lethal, speed lethal, defense, offense, everything they're doing. That ball sails just to the right, doesn't get a shot on goal there. Gatesville will get the possession, still in the Gatesville zone. But like I was saying, just great execution by Godley. Can't speak enough on how effective their offense has been. And let me tell you something, it'd even be more effective if Gatesville wasn't on their P's and Q's back there at goaltending. Vanya Martinez now contesting the ball. And that's number 7 handling it, Sophia Hodges.
McPherson with a save on that shot. Getting it figured out there, Super Duper.
I am going now. I can't be stopped now. I can chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. Sort of. Ball now here in the Godley zone. Now here it's just gets past Hendricks. Godley takes possession of it at midfield, kicks it out.
Oh, they pushed it behind the defense. There's 2 offensive.
This is 1-on-1. And that's going to be a goal on there, and it looks like number 13. That's to be a goal. Number 13, Erin Long for her. She's got a hat trick this game. And that's going to make the score 4-0.
And we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back after this word from our sponsors.
First National Bank has been your hometown community bank, serving you with the best in financial services. From checking, savings, home, auto, and personal loans, First National Bank does it all with the integrity of a true community bank, taking great pride in having served our community and the surrounding areas since 1912. Come see why Coryell County trusts our award-winning service with their financial well-being and security. First National Bank, always putting you first.
You can adjust the seconds. All right, we are back after that word from our sponsors, and the kickoff underway as the Godley Wildcats leading the Gatesville Hornets 4-0. And this ball in Godley territory as the goalkeeper comes out and actually puts her hands on the ball.
Vanya Martinez there. Kicks it. Hodges of Godley comes up with it. Does a long kick, tries to out-kick offense. And I'm telling you right now, that's been happening for Godley. They've got speed, so they just try to kick it down there. And it's another scoring opportunity. Great save by McPherson. She uses her foot to do the splits there to save that.
That was a hockey goalkeeper move there.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
She threw her left leg out there and got it in front of the ball, stopped it, and leaned forward and fell on top of it.
But Lee, what they're doing now is they're just kicking the ball out. They're just kicking it as far as they can, trusting that their offense can outspeed the Gatesville Hornet defenders to go after the ball. And so far, back-to-back times, that's created a one-on-one situation with the goaltender.
For a lack of better words, yeah, I agree. They're doing a Hail Mary kick.
Yeah.
And then just letting their strikers and forwards go get it and make a play. And Gatesville pulling a big substitution here.
Trying to get some fresh legs in there because, I mean, these young ladies are running up and down the field. When this ball gets kicked 40 yards, 50 yards, these defenders are having to sprint. It's a foot race down there.
They brought in Segura, Nielsen, and I missed the other one.
Vanya Martinez came out. Look at the dribbling skills of number 19. That's going to be Gracelyn McMullen.
Well, I was watching more than just the dribbling skills. She also made huge efforts to keep her eyes up, looking where her teammates were. That's one of the hard things, you know, at this level of playing soccer, is to not watch your feet and watch the ball constantly when you're dribbling it.
Yeah, that's instinctual. That's takes a lot of drills, a lot of practicing.
Well, it's having confidence in your skills.
Yep.
You know, not having to look at your feet in the ball when you're dribbling is man, that's a fantastic feat to learn at such a young age.
It's going to be just a little bit to the left there.
I was about to give it the old Bob Euchre there, just a bit wide.
Just a bit wide. Well, he just passed away not too long ago, didn't he? The old famous Major League Baseball movie announcer. Gatesville now trying to kick this ball, clear their zone with it. Off the shins of Nielsen here. Godley now threatening. That's going to be, once again, just another shot just about 6 inches to the left from being on goal there. And that time was number 13, and you got it right, folks. That's Erin Long, once again, for Godley. Well, she is an absolute star for this soccer program. And just a freshman, so who knows how good she can be sophomore, junior, and senior year. All right, that's going to be a corner kick for Godley, and that's going to result in a score there. Looks like I'm getting the number here. It's going to be number...
hot off the presses.
Golly, can you turn around so I can see your number, ma'am? She's going to go sideways on me the whole time, so hopefully she turns her back at some point.
Higginbotham Brothers, serving communities for over 140 years. At Higginbotham's, we have always been committed to our local community. Shop our store for our full line of building supplies. Choose from our top brands like all our steel products. Check out our full line of Valspar paints. We are your hunting and fishing headquarters, so come in for your hunting and fishing license. Higginbotham's proudly supports Gatesville athletics. Go Hornets!
And we're back, folks. And the score is 5-0, Wildcat lead. And that was Morgan Cummings putting her first goal of the night on there. And she was able to get that off the corner kick for the Wildcats. And Lee talked about it. Lee, you brought it up. The Wildcats are extremely effective off corner kicks. And they put it on full display right there. In fact, I'll even argue today, Godley's offense has been effective from anywhere on the field. If they get it close, and this is going to be... Trying to see who's got the ball here. And that's a rare contact there of the goalie of the Wildcats. Actually put her hands on the ball. Once again, this is one of those situations where they're just trying to outkick the Gatesville defenders, and that's going to go right out the back of the end zone there. So Gatesville will retain possession. 26 left to go here in the second half of the game.
Well, I tell you what, that sun is getting right in a beautiful spot for us, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to put some SPF 75 on here because 15 minutes in that sunlight, I see her like an ahi tuna.
Oh, No mahi.
All right, here. Looks like this is going to be number 18, Lisa Himmelset, doing the honors of kicking the ball out for Gatesville. And, ooh, refs let it go. There's number 19 doing what she does best. Here's Grayson McMullen. Again, look at the passes that they have that Godley has. It's just real effective. Nice touch passes all the way across the field. And look how accurate they are and be able to get possessions. Being harassed by freshman MJ Martinez is Godley right now. Good aggressive defense by the Hornets.
Now you're a hero.
Yeah, I just want to brag on that young lady there. I believe she's a freshman. One of the few freshmen on the team. If coach's notes are correct. Corner kick for the Wildcats. And that's going to be a shot on goal and a save for Gatesville. That's going to be an Anna McPherson save. She has been busy this evening. 21 shots on goal.
Well, I tell you what, we got to see her play during the volleyball season. And
one-on-one situation once again for Godley, and they're going to be able to get this to go just past McPherson. What number was that? I'm going to get that number here as she gets swarmed by her teammates. Sun's not helping.
No, not at all. You still tracking?
Yeah, I'm trying to get which young lady is the happiest, but they all look happy. And they're resetting here. I believe that's going to be Graceland McMullen for now is what I see getting the score on that. All right, Gatesville passes it back here.
You know, I'm kind of a fan of the strategy that they used on their kickoff right there. Touch the ball, pass it back, draw the Wildcats way forward, and as you get the ball all the way back to your fullback defensive player, you get it back to the one that has the most powerful leg, boot the ball back down the field after you drew everybody in. You know, that can tend to be a really good strategy sometimes.
Right now, number 19, McMullen, kicks it out off the leg of number 18, Lisa Himmelset. Great job of her keeping that ball from advancing any further into the Gatesville zone.
And this ball goes out of bounds on Gatesville. It'll be a quick throw in by the Wildcats. And
that's number 19, McMullen. She's been busy the last minute or two for the Godley Wildcats.
See, MJ Martinez trying to get down in there and be a little scrappy with the defensive play.
Yeah, I tell you what, the defense has played better. I mean, it scores 6-0, but it's hard to believe in a 6-0 game that you can say anything good about a defense. But Gatesville's defense has shown up today. Again, they played their hearts out. It's just the Godley Wildcats are so effective offensively that it's just a tall task. I mean, they've had 22 shots on goal, and only 6 of them went in. That's not a bad ratio. I mean, obviously a goalkeeper wants that to be 0. But I'm going to tell you right now, McPherson charges it, catches the ball. If this was dodgeball, that player would have to go to the sideline.
I can't wait till they make that a UIL sport.
Oh, it should be, right? It takes skill.
Yes. Okay. For those at the UIL level watching, let's make dodgeball a sport.
Yeah, I tell you what,
I'd come out of retirement for that.
I was a person. I was like that dream person that you just want to hit because I got a 6-foot forehead. I used to have those balls beam at my forehead. It was like a tractor beam.
All right, back to the action at hand on the field. The Wildcats are maneuvering the ball and pressuring the Gatesville defense once again.
And that's going to be number 4, Trinity Barrow there, playing great defense, not giving Godley anything easy here, but they sure make it easy. They're able to stop on a dime, and their passes have been lethal. Trinity Barrow once again applying pressure, and it's going to find the hands of Anna McPherson, and she's able to slow things down now for Gatesville. Right now, Gatesville Hornets operating without their best player. That's Andrea Ortiz. She was red carded earlier in the game. Ooh, that completely goes right by Barrow, number 4. And looks like that's going to be Godley ball down here in the Gatesville zone, kind of where the ball's been almost the entire game. Gatesville able to clear the ball.
Godley player here on the near side towards us. She's jumping up and down. Number 19. She's like, hey, I'm open. Pass me the ball.
She's wide open.
I'll tell you what, with the location of the sun right now, I don't know if I would want to be on this side expecting a pass to come this way, because that would be the last thing I want to do is lose the ball in the sun.
That's what it feels like, Lee. This feels like a wide receiver at Cowboy Stadium, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Meanwhile, Jerry Jones is on the phone calling in and goes, hey, you know what those two clowns just said?
Yeah. All righty. Looks like the ball is coming out of the shadow here with Godley passing it through here. And danger situation. Again, they're able to knock down their passes, control it. Right now, MJ Martinez being scrappy, and that's going to be a shot on, just a little bit far left. I thought that was going to be a shot on goal. McPherson, nonetheless, was right there.
I don't know if you got a good look at Sophia Hodges' footwork there. She gave a little swing over on the ball to fake him out that she was taking the kick prior to when she did.
Kind of like a pump fake for kicking, right? All right, looks like this will be a corner kick for the Wildcats. Ball's in dangerous situation here, and that's going to find the back of the net. Once again, that's going to be I'm seeing right here, that looks like number 9. Number 9, Eden Kelly, everybody getting involved with the offense, and we're going to go to
Higginbotham Brothers, serving communities for over 140 years. At Higginbothams, we have always been committed to our local community. Shop our store for our full line of building supplies, choose from our top brands like all our steel products. Check out our full line of Valspar paints. We are your hunting and fishing headquarters, so come in for your hunting and fishing license. Higginbothams proudly supports Gatesville Athletics. Go Hornets!
All right, folks, we're back. And the Wildcats are up 7-0 thanks to the foot of Eden Kelly as she was able to maximize her effort on that corner kicks. That's 2 goals for the Wildcats off the corner kicks. And like Lee said, Godley has been extremely effective on those corner kicks. Lead is 7-0 with 17 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in this ball game. Right now, pointing in the direction. Now that's MJ Martinez now facing McCullen. MJ now looks at trouble, trying to kick it to Nyla Hendricks.
I like her idea there. I think she was trying to lead Hendricks. I think Hendricks was just not able to get there as fast as that pass went through, splitting the 2 defenders.
Tell you what, though, that ball went out on Godley now. So now it's in the Godley zone, and Gatesville's got control of it. Something that we haven't seen very much this evening.
Yeah, bring your best best throw-in player up. This used to be a position where you would usually see Penrod throwing the ball in for the Hornets, but
right now we've got MJ Martinez and Madison Cox, viable options for Hendricks. Look at MJ Martinez being scrappy, not giving up, not being intimidated. Big stage, varsity game freshman, has not phased her one bit. That being said, now here comes Godley marching down, using their speed, accurate passing. Look at that passing between the two, and full stride Lee. Oh my goodness, Penrod showing her sprinting up.
That ball goes wide to the inside of the goal. Thank goodness for the Hornets.
Yeah, but let me talk about Allie Penrod. Did you see how fast she was going to make sure that wasn't a one-on-one situation for Godley? She very well could have saved a goal.
I think she comes from a running family.
Yeah, she does. She does. I believe her sister was varsity cross country. And Allie's was a heck of a sprinter too. So kudos to her. And I'm telling you right now, it's 7-0. But Gatesville Hornets has a saying, "Hornet fight never dies," and that's on full display. Great character for these young ladies doing that.
Yeah, 15 minutes left to play in the game. Score 7-0. And for those who are avid soccer fans, 7-0 is it's a milestone.
Yeah, no.
And but the Hornets are out there playing like the score is 0-0.
And that's credit to coaching. That's credit to that's just credit to these young ladies and playing their hearts out. Some of them are seniors. Some of them it could be there if things doesn't seem to point the direction that it seems to be pointing to. And that's Godley winning. Again, it's still time left, so it's not over yet, folks. But these Gatesville Hornets are not giving up. Again, on the flip side, neither are the Godley Wildcats. They are pretending like this game is 0-0, and their offense is out there still trying, and defensive being scrappy and being extremely effective. So kudos to both these two teams playing all the way down to the wire. Vanya Martinez now gets possession of the ball, does a good pass. Pass it back, and Gatesville, for the moment, has cleared it out of their zone. Vanya Martinez now kicking it right here. She's all by herself. Look at MJ Martinez behind her. Oh, nice little pump fake by Godley. Completely fools Gatesville here. Now they're on the run. There's McMullen. McMullen now to number 23. Who's not on their roster. More than likely was probably a call-up from JV and didn't get put on the roster and get some playing time now. And there is number 18, Lisa Hemslet. She was throwing the ball in for Gatesville. MJ Martinez had a decent play on that ball. And she's having a pretty good game here. Number 8, Cheyenne Geiken now tries to keep it away from danger zone.
It's a good thing there's not a highway out there.
Oh my God! You just see that ball that McPherson thing must have been kicked about 100 miles per hour. McPherson says, "I don't think so." Puts both hands in front of her face, and she stops that ball. That was a nice save by the Hornets. Wow! I mean, that ball had some velocity. My goodness. This might lead to a corner kick. That ball was hit. I mean, my word. Great job by McPherson, but this is going to bring up a corner kick for the Wildcats. This is their 4th corner kick, and they've scored on 2 of them, so they're shooting about 50% success rate at scoring on these things. So this time they're just going to pass it. They're not going to kick it in. Immediately pressed by Vanya Martinez, which forces the Godley Wildcat to kick a field goal. The reason why that ball sailed on her is because Vanya Martinez immediately started applying defense. Didn't give her an opportunity to really figure things out and get set. Kudos to Vanya Martinez there. As Gatesville does a pretty good job of keep applying aggressive defense.
Oh.
Just past Martinez there, did the pass. Godley looks to take advantage of it.
I think she got blocked by the sun.
Well, that sun is right in their face.
I'm struggling to see the field right now because the way the angle the sun is on us.
Look at Godley now. McPherson gets the ball, and for a split second, Gatesville can wipe their brow and be like, whew, get a breather here. All right, McPherson punts that. That'll make half the NFL jealous. My goodness, that was a
Oh, I thought
nice
you was fixing
punt.
to do the crack on another team again.
No. All right, Vanya Martinez playing press defense here.
As we say, I don't need JJ on the phone giving me a hard time.
No. Right now, got some MJ Martinez now putting pressure on number 7, Sophia Hodges. I mean, look. She doesn't care if the player's bigger than her, faster than her. She's giving everything she's got. And here comes number 18 of Gatesville now being aggressive. That's Lisa Himmelsoet. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name.
I think it's a lot easier to be aggressive whenever you're over there in the shadows of the stands. Not going to get in the sun, you know what I mean?
Like Batman style, come in from the shadows.
Was it Bateman or Batman?
I think Bateman's a generic version, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, there's a shot, and it's over. I think they were going for the yellow field goal post.
Gatesville making Godley work for every inch of the field now. Got some substitutions coming in. That's going to be number... I don't have that one.
You don't have which one?
Number 21.
That's Brooklyn Blanchard.
Brooklyn Blanchard.
Oh my gosh,
I
look
do
there.
have that one.
Wait.
I do have that one.
Jacob's learning these controls here. He's doing a great job. Uh-oh.
Oh, got some, just incidental contact there. Both players get up, show good sportsman. That's what we want to see.
A sportswoman.
Excuse me.
Sportswoman. Going to get a penalty kick out of this.
And that's going to be number 7. Oh, my goodness. And McPherson uses her height.
She high-pointed that one. Yeah, and when we say height, McPherson, I think, is 6 foot tall, if not a little bit taller.
I'm telling you right now, if she wasn't every bit of 6 foot, she was not saving that. Great job by her. Again, the score is 7-0, but I want to continue bragging on McPherson.
Well, go ahead.
25 shots on goal. She's doing her job back there. Hey, and that right there, 2 saves. One of them was going about 100 miles per hour. Looked like a baseball coming off the bat.
Here goes Gatesville, and they are on the offensive prowess there.
And that looked like that was going to be number 20, Jillian Jaynes.
Got the ball trapped in the corner. What's going on over here? Shielding it in the corner.
Yep. Trying to work time. Looks like that's just a strategy to take as much time off the clock as you can. Kind of looked like she was using her body to kind of, like you said, shield that.
She did. She had the ball trapped in the corner and was shielding the Hornets away from it. You know, and that's a good strategy because if you can get the ball in that corner.
Vanya Martinez gets that ball, gives it to her sister MJ Martinez, and MJ Martinez just tripped up. Looks like some little contact being made there, and Gatesville's got a chance to get the ball in the.
Oh, there was. I think they got away with the hands right there.
Yeah, there's getting some pushing and shoving down here.
Well, the ball touched her hand, though, in that trap.
MJ Martinez giving everything she can to this offense, and Vanya Martinez is able to stop the ball. And I think this is going to be against the Gatesville Hornets. Little too much contact. Refs they know more than me. So moving right along, it's going to be Godley's ball here. MJ Martinez not faked out. See that little move that number 19 Gracie McCollum was doing? She did try to do like a little miniature spin move, and then once again the ball finds the hands of McPherson. But MJ Martinez was not fooled by that. She's seen it 2 or 3 times this game and completely stole the ball from her. I can't keep bragging on that young lady. McPherson does a great punt, and this is going to wind up at the feet of Faith McDaniel. Faith McDaniel now. There's Lisa Himmelsoet. And that looks like that's going to be number 20 who's got the ball. Jillian Jensen. A lot of players that don't really get to see a whole lot of playing time getting involved in here, and kind of like seeing that and then making big contributions. And it looks like number 19, Emily Webb, and Lily Nielsen's going to come in for MJ Martinez and Jensen.
Well, I'll tell you what, with as physical as Martinez has been playing out there, Godley's probably pretty appreciative of her coming off the field.
Yeah, but they still got. No, actually, MJ Martinez is staying on the field. She's not coming off, but they still got Lisa Himmelsoet. And now they've got Nielsen to deal with. And you got Vanya Martinez back there, so there's still no walk in the park for Godley. And look at MJ Martinez now. Got 2 Cougars on her, and she is getting a lot of contact.
Was the Wildcats down there also?
Yeah, Wildcats. When I say Cougars, well, my bad, Wildcats.
Hey, some kind of feline species.
Oh yeah, I'm not a catist. Scoring opportunity now, and McPherson puts a no to that.
Oh yeah,
that's a nice save.
Well, it's an intelligent save because sometimes you're out of position to be able to catch and grab a ball, and sometimes a good fist or hand bump is just as good as anything else.
All right, this is going to be a corner kick.
It is going to give a corner kick, though.
So this will be number 5 on the night. They've scored on 2. Remember last time they just passed it to McMullen there, so let's see what they do here. Looks like they're going to kick it all the way to the net. Dangerous situation here. Still dangerous. Ball's not controlled yet. All righty, and look like that was number 5, Allie Penrod, kicking it out temporarily out of danger zone, but here comes Godley striking again, and McPherson's got it. Oh, she double clutched it, but she's got it. Fighting off Wildcats all over her. Wow! That's more Bobcatish. That was more Bobcatish there.
Anyway, yes, she was, the Wildcats did exactly what they're supposed to, though. Whenever a shot's taken on the goal, you got to charge in and try an opportunity to pick up the trash. McPherson was able to recover that quickly and very well, but
my goodness, Nielsen applying contact but not giving up. Look at this defense that Gatesville's applying. Great job by Nielsen.
Her ratings just went up.
Yeah, she's now a 9. Here's the speed now. Speed has not died for Godley, and this is going to be another shot on goal. Kind of a long one. That was kind of a routine save for McPherson.
Well, we're approaching the final 4 minutes of the game, and I think right now the reason that Gatesville is playing so diligent and vigilant
yeah.
is I think they're wanting to get some kind of score in there prior to the end of the game, and that's I would say that's a pride thing there.
Yeah, well, when you have pride by the sports you're playing, it shows a lot of character, and that's going to be off the hands of McPherson once again. Another save, and she is putting.
That young lady's earning her keep tonight.
Godley is putting her through the ringer, and she's answering the bell. Look at one of the Gatesville Hornets actually just leaning against the post, just exhausted right now.
Well, I think they're getting set up for this corner kick coming up.
This will be the 6th one now. Dangerous spot to be in. Gatesville Hornets don't want to give up another goal here.
So they got 2 pole guards there.
Off the fingertips of McPherson and back into her clutches. She is just, I mean, we are saying her name numerous times. So why don't we show her, well, let's show her name. We don't have a picture for her, but my goodness, I cannot continue bragging. Now, I would brag on the Godley goaltender, but she has not been tested. Unfortunately, she's had 0 shots on goal, although Godley will not complain about that one bit. And that shot was that was being contested by Emily Penrod, and that drew that shot far to the right. Good job by Penrod. It's going to be on, looks like Gatesville's going to kick it out here. We're approaching the final 2 minutes of the game. Vanya Martinez checks out, and Segura checks in. That's number 9, dribbling, looking for her teammate there, but Cheyenne Guykin says no. Here comes Hendricks now.
Oh, and she can't outrun that one to the sideline.
She gave it everything she had, too. And this will be number 19, McMullen, throwing it in for Godley here. Oh, the refs are going to look like they're going to stop this one before it gets going. And look like some little contact being made. Approaching the final minute of this contest, and no doubt it's going to be with a score of 7-0 so far. Game's not over with yet. But Godley in full control, and they're certainly looking to advance. Look at Hendricks now. Oh, my goodness.
She made a good move and got tripped up from the back.
Does a spin move. But that's going to be out on Godley here.
No, they called the penalty on that one. Yeah,
okay.
Because she got tripped from behind. Put it as deep as you can, and Godley's going to let this one roll.
Yeah.
And well, I didn't think the goalkeeper was going to run after it as fast as she did, but she's
well, she wants to get involved. It's her chance to get involved and get her hands on the ball. So absolutely, she's going to take advantage of her time to shine. But as this game unfolds here, Gatesville's got a few seniors. They got Audrey Blanco and they got Andrea Ortiz, their best player, and Vanya Martinez. And when it comes to an Allie Penrod, these young ladies are going to be sorely missed. And congratulations to the Godley Wildcats for
they'll be moving
here.
They'll be moving on. So with that being said. Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers.
All righty. Well, Lee,
we're going to sign off here real quick because we have another game to bring to the folks of the NFHS network here. The boys game will be coming up immediately after this. So we're going to say good night and God bless, and tune in for the boys by district game coming up shortly. Okay. Check the batteries on both of these real quick and make sure. Just tell them to go ahead and put a new battery on.
Go ahead and put a new battery?
Wait. On the antennas.
Not the cameras? The antennas are going to have the bigger battery, right?
Well, tell them to check the batteries on the antennas real quick.
Okay.